Hey there. After a long and hard but extremely productive day, there's almost nothing better than cracking a beer. O'Doul's, a real man's beer. Mm. Hello, Jax John. My day is going great. I'm having fun a little bit. I got a ton done. Uh, done some great video work. Scott Concrete, I hope you appreciated that. Hello, Christina Johnson or Jones. I'm working on some product placement ads just for fun, just practicing, seeing. It seems a lot of the quick ads I do, little quick spots I do, uh, they're very non-professional. It's just me, my phone, and a knife to open up my O'Doul's beer. By the way, and I don't mean to be sexist, but every beer drinker, every beer drinker, every beer drinker should learn how to open a bottle with a lighter or a knife or any dull edge. You really should. Uh, you really should because I don't know. So often in life, you won't have a real opener, and oh, I don't know. I'm of a certain age where I used to hang out with people that smoke cigarettes. People don't really smoke cigarettes anymore. And but everyone, you'd always a buddy would always have a pack of cigarettes and a lighter, or a couple of your buddies. So you could always just grab the lighter, and it's super easy to do. Maybe I should do a video on a how to open a beer uh, with a lighter. I should. It's really easy, but I just did it with the knife at the open. So anyway, somebody asked how my day was. Well, it's cool if you hate beer. I used to love beer. I mean, I still like an occasional non-alcoholic beer. I have had a productive day. I have had a great morning. I got a lot done, posted a couple really cool videos, did a great live for about an hour and a half. I got to spend 2 hours with my beautiful little uh, daughter, Eve, and hold her and feed her and cuddle her and let her spit up on me a couple times. And she seems to spit up a lot, but she's still beautiful. She's still amazingly beautiful. I brought her into Starbucks. Where else would I bring her? They got nice soft chairs, and it's about halfway between her mom's house and my own. So rather than drive all the way back and sit on my couch and be kind of bored, we go to Target. We go to Starbucks and hang out, get a soft chair, and honestly, I get to show her off. I got a lot of friends there, and my children. I'm blessed with a couple beautiful little kids that get a ridiculous amount of attention. And her mom dressed her in this cute little pink hat and a cute little sweater outfit thingy. Not sure exactly what it's called, but I was parading her around my Starbucks and everyone was loving on her and just thinking she's the sweetest thing. You know why? Because she is the sweetest thing. Uh, but yeah, she was a little angel. We just kind of cuddled for a couple hours and I sat there and just kind of enjoyed it and got about 1,000,010. I'll be honest. I'm going to be honest here, and I'm going to be totally honest with you. And I'm going to get made fun of for this, but I think it's. I'm proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it. A guy asked me if it was my granddaughter. It's the first time it's happened. A man came up and he goes, "Granddaughter," and I go, "No." And it's kind of funny because he was same age as me. He was 54 like I am, and he had a granddaughter on the way, and that's why he asked. But it was funny, and it was an experience I know I'm going to have more than once because I'm a little old for the typical first time dad. I mean, there's dads with babies out there that are I don't know, that could easily be my granddaughter, but it's not. And I'm proud as heck of my little girl and my little son and love showing them off. And got to do that today, this afternoon. Just got back from a great walk with my dog Holly, who's sitting right here. Uh, Kind of nice out. Is the audio fine? I'm using these little earbuds. I don't know if you can ever hear me or not. Uh, Somebody asked, where am I? I'm sitting on my front stoop. Sitting on my front stoop. Just got back from a good walk. Felt I shouldn't enjoy N.O. duels. Thank you so much for following the host, Theo Bryan. I'm enjoying my time here on TikTok. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Some days are harder than others, but overall the arrow's pointing up. Okay, thanks, Scott Concrete. I hope you're enjoying your Miller Lite. But overall the arrow's pointing up, and I'm doing the right things, and I'm learning a little bit every day, and getting a little better with my videos, uh, with my health, with my mind. Cheers to you, and with my life, with my finances, with my life, in every way, and it feels good. And I talk about it a lot. Nothing happens. You can't snap your fingers and make up for maybe, I don't know, 35 years of unhealthy living. Uh, but you can do it step by step and over time. Somebody asked if I'm sober. I don't love that word. I don't love that word. I don't know. It sounds so calculated. But I don't drink and I don't smoke. I used to do both every day for a long, long time. And when I say smoke, I mean pot. But I stopped doing either. At least I stopped doing either. I don't know, 15, 16 months ago, something like that. And a lot of people wonder about it because most people drink, and a ton of people smoke pot. And a lot of people are confused by it. And I'll tell you this: life's not perfect when you stop drinking or stop smoking. What word do I like? I don't know. I don't really have a word. I just don't drink. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to you. I just don't drink. You know, I just don't drink. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I just don't drink. I don't know. Somehow sober seems medical or something like that, or it's like putting me in a box or something like that. Hey, congratulations to you, Barb. And I don't mean to offend if you call it sober. Congratulations to you. I know. I don't know. I hate the thought of being put in a box or something like that. I just don't drink. I was drinking every day and smoking pot every day, and it wasn't working for me. I was just getting bummed and sad, and I realized that. And I was doing it for a long time, you know, smoking almost pot every day for about 15 years. Not every day, but 6 out of 7 probably would be a good guess most days. And, it just wasn't working anymore. So, anyway. But I've had a great day, and it's beautiful out. I mean, it's probably low 40s right now, and I'm sitting on my stoop in Naperville, Illinois. Just got back, like I said, from a long walk with my beautiful English Springer Spaniel, who you can see behind me right there. You can see her butt. She needs a haircut. And hey, well, you've been sober all your life, so you get no credit. I'm sorry. Well, it's easy if you've been sober all your life. You never quit anything. I think you need to work up a good addiction to something and then quit if you really want the credit. Now, kudos to you for never drinking. I'm just teasing. I'm sure you've gotten peer pressure along your life a lot of times. And it's so, I don't want to overly talk about drinking or not drinking. I don't care what other people really do. Uh, but it's amazing how socially acceptable drinking to uh, massive excess is. Like I remember going into work every day almost saying I'm a little hungover. That's not something you should be proud of. You know what I mean? But or I'm going to get raging drunk tonight, or I never said that. But I mean, you hear people say that, and it just seems crazy. And I talked about it before. Yeah, no, it's crazy, Bev. You're right. There's a ton of money. I mean, I've we were spending at least $100 a week on pot, and I'd probably drink at least three 12 packs of Heineken a week, which is about $50 or 40 some bucks. So, that's $140 a week times 52. That's $7,000 over a year. And I don't know, it seems crazy. Yeah, and Uber's alone, true. Hey, I'll tell you what, you can spend a lot of money if you don't Uber too. I've done that. I've gone down that road once before, and I don't want to talk about it. But let me tell you, you want to talk about real expense is when you don't do an Uber and you're driving down the road and you get some flashing lights behind you and you've had too much to drink and you're stupid and you're belligerent and you get arrested. Totally embarrassing. I cannot tell you how hard it was for me. I remember first person I went to was an attorney, and I go, I can't believe I got to tell my dad because just knowing how ashamed my dad would be of me was probably the hardest thing about the DUI I got, and that was about 4 years ago. And then honestly, it wasn't the cause of me to stop drinking at all. Um, really, because I kept drinking. I stopped drinking because it wasn't making me happy and it wasn't working and I wasn't partying. Same with pot. I think the first time you drink, or maybe the first 100 times you drink or smoke, and I don't know if this is boring to you, but maybe the first 100 times you drink or smoke, you're partying and it feels so good and you want to dance or you want to watch an awesome movie or eat some popcorn or do whatever it is, you know, listen to some Pink Floyd or whatever, but after about 2,000, 5,000 times doing it, you're just going, huh, this is the way I always feel. Cheers to that. Uh-oh. My microphone just kicked out. I'm going to have to shut the battery on my microphone just died. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Tell me if you can still hear me. Tell me if you can still hear me. Did I lose any friends when I quit drinking? No, I lost a wife. I lost a wife. Can you still hear me? Let me know. And it wasn't because I quit drinking. I think I lost the wife and I quit drinking at the same moment. I sound much better? Oh, all right. Okay. Could you hear me fine before? Okay. Well, I hope you could hear me fine before because I don't know. We had some nice conversations. And I did my little commercial for O'Doul's to start my show. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is my second live video of the day. I usually go live at 8 o'clock. I'd like to say usually, but it's inconsistent. Again, and I talked about it a lot. I was going live at 8 o'clock every morning, but then I started a job about a week and a half or a week ago, and sometimes those get in the way, those damn jobs. And it was starting at 8 o'clock, and I wanted to tell my soon-to-be boss, hey, could you cut me some slack? I kind of like to do a live video here on TikTok at 8. Could I start maybe at 8:45, 8:50? That would go much better with my schedule. But, I didn't say that. But I thought it'd be funny if I did. Hello there, Hutchins, whatever that name is. I'm not going to say the rest of that name. I don't really want to tell you more about the breakup. I just closed on the divorce, and that's just a chapter that was hard for both of us, and probably hard for a lot of people, and it was hard for me, and I just don't feel like talking about it right now. So I'll drink some more O'Doul's.
We were talking about the cost of beer, or the cost of partying. And I was just, by the way, we were talking about, and I said $140 a week, but that was just home consumption. You go out and you go to dinner, you and your wife go to dinner. It might be, if you're drinking water or iced tea or something, I don't know, it might cost $50-$60 or more. I don't know, whatever. Things have gone up in the last couple of years. But you add alcohol to the mix and your bills double. Because I wasn't one to get one beer. Yeah, alcohol at restaurants. I wasn't one to get one beer when I went out. I'd get 3. And if it was a Mexican place, probably a margarita as well. And everything's crazy expensive. By the way, things are crazy expensive. And I don't want to be some old fart complaining about inflation. But I'm going to be an old fart complaining about inflation real quickly. I went to the local grocery store last night, and some of my regular boxes of cereal are pushing $10. Like one was $9.49. I didn't buy it. And they offered like 50 cents off. They put a sales sticker underneath it. 50 cents off. So it was like $8.99. And I forget, was it like, I don't know, Honey Bunches of Oats or Golden Grams or something, a cereal I like a lot, so I wanted to buy it. But I ain't spending, I'll probably will eventually, but I haven't gotten my head around the concept of spending upwards of $10 on a box of cereal. Speaking of $10, first day at my new job, I on your first day you often don't plan, or at least I don't plan, and I didn't pack a lunch or figure out what I'm going to do for lunch. Hello, Jack. Figure out what I'm going to do for lunch. And I went to McDonald's and I got a 1/4 pounder large Coke and fry meal, and it was like $10.46 at McDonald's. And I found that kind of insulting. I kind of felt that was insulting. A 1/4 pounder? A large Coke? And granted, McDonald's Coke is high quality. And their fries are really good too. Yeah, their 1/4 pounder even tasted good. But $10.50 at McDonald's for one guy and not a crazy big meal? Oh, yeah. The dollar menu. Yeah, well, you say you used to get McChickens for $1, Jack Taylor. I appreciate you always coming up with good questions. I may have gone to lunch at McDonald's today. And I don't often go there twice in a week. But I did go there after I dropped Eve back at her mom's house. I stopped by because I was going to go back to Starbucks and get some work done. And when I say work done today, I meant some serious quality video production. Some serious quality video production. And I did. But anyway, I was starving. And one thing you don't want to do is drink a lot more coffee when you're really hungry. I don't know if you know the feeling. I was talking about it in the drive up to the McDonald's guy. Oh, he understood. He said it's like your stomach's digesting itself. And that's what it feels like. Like there's no food, and the acid or the caffeine that's going on in the coffee has nowhere to be absorbed, so it just starts attacking your stomach walls. And that's not a good feeling. But anyway, back to my experience. They did offer 2 spicy McChickens. By the way, I got another story about that. Spicy McChickens for $3. So I got 2 spicy McChickens and a large Coke for $4.48. So that was a pretty good deal. And I know you guys want to know what I think about the spicy McChicken. First of all, it's delicious. It's probably McDonald's best thing on the menu. And if you can get 2 for $3, even better. The only problem with it is the name. I think that they should change the name from Spicy McChicken to a McSpicy. That's what I think. It is a good level of spice, isn't it? What do you think about the name Yeah, I have infinite stupid thoughts in my head. It feels so fun to not be niched down like a lot of people. When I first got on TikTok, for some reason, I think I was curious how to grow my TikTok audience, and I was following a lot of TikTok coaches, which is hilarious, by the way, that there's TikTok coaches. Well, Jack Taylor, had you tuned in on time and seen my intro, you would have known what I'm drinking, but I'm drinking an O'Doul's. The whole point of this live video, Jack Taylor, was to do a quick little spot for O'Doul's. And the very beginning of this live video, I did what I think would be a good O'Doul's ad. And I'll probably clip that into a little video, run it here, tag O'Doul's, and see if they like it. And I bet it gets a lot of views. The only question is, what music will I play with it? And what words? And what length? There's an artistry to TikTok. Cheers! And it's super fun for me. I've never been artistic. I think I'm fairly creative. I have a lot of ideas. I think I'm a pretty good writer. But I've never been able to, outside of writing, I don't know, get in touch with my artistic side. Britney Spears music. That hurts. That hurts. Britney Spears is so last season. Maybe Harry Styles. Yeah, but TikTok allows you to kind of get your artisticness out. And kind of create. And again, it's, you do the videos, but you also, then you edit them and you clip them. You got to think of the right words, because the words are key. The words, I mean, it's obvious, tell half the story. Sometimes your video or the words that I'm saying right now might not properly describe the story I want to tell, so you have to add the right captions. And adding the right music, and again, I'm a work in progress about this, is really the cherry on the top of the sundae. Because if you add the right song to it or sets the right mood, it can really touch the viewer's emotions. And I did a real beautiful video about my brother Steve, who passed about a year ago. It's tagged to the top of my, gonna get teary-eyed. It's tagged to the top of my TikTok page. I'd strongly recommend anybody that hasn't seen it, go look at it. But anyway, the music that was being played along, it's a little longer of a video, really hits your emotions, and I don't know, gets me teary-eyed every time I watch it. So yeah, I really enjoyed this platform and having fun and being creative and getting all that out. Hello, Anley. Is Yoko Ono really 90? I'm tempted to say something, but I might. I've worked hard, like 15 months, to build up to like 6,500 followers. I'm tempted to say something that might lose half my followers. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. No, there's not a photo of my brother in the video. He kind of looked like me with dark hair. He was a few years older. I have had two older brothers and a dad, obviously. Most of us have dads. But we're all 6'2", 6'3", so we're all about the same height. Ann Lee, that doesn't surprise me. I got some weirdos following my page. So that doesn't surprise me. Somebody said somebody was bullying me the other day when she tuned in to say good morning. Jack Taylor, say it. Oh, no, Jack Taylor. It has to do with John Lennon. Can I be honest? It has to do with... Okay, I'll say this. I don't want to stomp on a man's grave, but I think John Lennon was probably a jerk. I just did, Jack Taylor. I think he was probably a bit of a jerk. I'll tell you what, I've heard Paul McCartney talk about it. I think Paul McCartney's still bitter. And I can tell. I get vibes off people. I've heard Paul McCartney talk about it. When the Beatles broke up, John Lennon was ridiculing Paul McCartney, saying he didn't really bring anything to the band. He actually wrote a lyric in a song, I don't think it ever, that he only did yesterday. And he was mocking Paul McCartney. And I don't know. Yeah, he was a musical genius, but that doesn't make him the Pope. Yeah, but Jack Taylor, I would not for a moment of me would I say Paul McCartney's a jerk. I've heard him interviewed a million times. I mean, okay, maybe a jerk might be too harsh. But very private. Well, I mean, it's hard to call him very private when he did a love-in in bed with Yoko Ono. And he was the lead singer for the biggest band of all time. But I think off stage, he might have been just more shy. Yeah, all right. Well, don't hate me, Jack Taylor. I hope you still love me. It's starting to get dark out here. I've really enjoyed this. And the whole reason this started was to do was to do an O'Doul's commercial. We'll see how it comes out. I am outside, Sarah. Honestly, I got back from a nice brisk walk with my dog Holly. It was an extended walk. It was probably, I don't know, at least 2 miles. And we kind of walked pretty quickly. And I was dressed pretty warm. And I got into my house and I was kind of warm in there. And I felt like cracking an O'Doul's. I got to figure out affiliate marketing. Because and this isn't even my favorite NA beer, by the way. But when I find a product I enjoy, I just naturally beat it to death. But anyway, I was inside. It was kind of warm in there. And I go, heck, let's sit outside. It's still a beautiful evening. Cleaning out the old dead stuff. That's a good idea. I'm sitting here looking at my bushes. And there's tons of dead leaves under them. We're still going to get another snow or two. But I can feel spring a-coming. And it's an exciting feeling. It's amazing how quickly you notice the days getting longer. For a while at 4:40 it was pitch black out right around Christmas. And within a few weeks it was 5 o'clock. And now, what time is it right now? I mean, look at it. It's 5:26. And if it was a little warmer, I'd still be golfing in this light, not the temperature. I've golfed in colder than this, I'm sure. Oh, I know I have. Oh, yeah, I'm in South Texas Zone 8. Stream comes early for us down here south. Keep it cooking, Ken. What do you mean? Singer dude, Chris. Chris, are you really a singer? Or you just want me to keep talking? I love when people beg me to keep talking. Well, I got this much beer. Good news. I was going to say, good news. I was going to say, I wish I had my gloves. Is this Chris from Target? Hey there, Chris. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'd call him a buddy. I mean, I've only met him like twice, but he seems like a real nice kid. Sorry to call you a kid, Chris, but I'm old. Real nice guy. Gives a great handshake. First day I met him. Kind of one of those handshakes that's almost like a hug. He kind of goes like this, and he clasped it perfectly, and it was just a real solid handshake. And he's 20 years old, and a lot of, I don't know, younger people might be intimidated or something by some old dude that's working with them. But he wasn't at all, but he wasn't brash or cocky, just a real good kid. just tuned in, and co-worker of mine. Nice to see you, Chris. I appreciate you tuning in so much. So I'm rocking an O'Doul's, Chris. Are you studying physics? He wants to be a physicist. Actually, he does. I don't know. Chris, can I talk about you? Well, you're on. I'm going to talk about you a little. They don't know who you are. He's studying physics in college. But he said he wants to either get into sales or sing. Or sing. Both seem like odd professions for a physicist. I mean, you got to be really smart to study physics. Physics is some like Einstein level stuff. You know what I mean? That's like E equals MC squared type things. It's not for the faint of heart. And at a college level, as I was telling Chris, I went to college. Yeah, well, and don't let me make up your mind. Remember, just don't tell your parents what I told you. I told Chris, you don't need to know. You don't need to know what you want to do. And Chris, like a lot of people his age, have parents telling him that he needs to know, and you're going to do this, and you got to be a doctor, or you got to be this, or an accountant, or a lawyer, or whatever. And I don't know if anyone out there is like me and 54 years old. When I was going to college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. And, I mean, I still don't at 54. I mean, I just left a career. It's kind of exciting. Kind of starting over. But I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I went into math and computer science because I was always pretty good at math. And I really, I passed out of some calculus class in high school. And then I went in and took a couple of classes in college, did well. But by the third semester, I was taking some math. It was either a 200 or 300 level course. And holy smokes, math gets really complicated at higher levels. When you're not just, doing calculus, but you're doing calculus and you're spinning it around a y-axis and flipping it over and cube rooting it. I can't even remember, but it was like one day I was going, holy crap. What happened? Where's my multiplication table? No using calculator would have helped. There's no calculator that would have helped solve these. I was looking around for some guy with crazy hair and some old dude with crazy hair that they called Albert to help me solve some of these problems because they were hard. Or the dude from Matt Damon. Harvard movie. Good Will Hunting. What a good movie that is. What a good movie Good Will Hunting is. I saw a comedian do a stand-up on it, and it was pretty funny. Kind of spoofing it a little bit and kind of poking fun at Matt Damon, who wrote it, starred in it, and was the super smart guy. Smarter than everybody else. That got the gorgeous girl and could beat up everybody else. And it was just pretty funny stand-up routine. I don't know if anybody else has seen it. Let me take another swig of my O'Doul's. Getting a little tipsy. Are you guys still there? Tom, I could be a math teacher. I don't think school would be good for me. I don't think math teachers, I didn't struggle in school. I did well in school, but I didn't like school. Hello, Grateful Scott. I didn't like school. I felt it was almost like prison. And I know things have changed. Holy smokes, have they changed. I'd go to, parent-teacher night to my two older girls who are now 16 and 13, but, 5-6 years ago. And their rooms looked so fun. And they had these big round balls to sit on. And, I don't know. wasn't like assigned seating, I didn't think. It seemed like there were play areas everywhere. And this wasn't kindergarten. I mean, maybe in 3rd grade or something, I had play areas too. I don't remember them. But I don't remember school ever being very fun. I mean, there were some times it was fun. Like the first day after summer. That's pretty much it, I think. Anyway. Tell you what, I'm getting kind of hungry. It's a little chilly. I'm going to wrap it up here and go on in. And don't nobody tell me to cook another pizza. I did a live last night, and right before I got off, everyone was saying, hey, cook another home run in pizza. And I did. And I ate 3/4 of it. So I can't have another one. Although I do have other ones in my freezer, so I could have another one, but I'm not going to have another one. But I'm going to find something good to eat and probably take a bath and kind of have a quiet night at home and enjoy my evening. And that was a good dish. I appreciate that. Somebody suggested I make my famous chili dog with cheddar cheese meal. I had that like 2 or 3 nights ago. My ex-wife, as I was, I think, dropping off my son, it must have been Thursday night, must have made chili and gave me some in a Tupperware, which was nice. First thing I did when I got home was throw that bad boy in a microwave, heat it up to a nice hot temperature with 3 hot dogs in. Oh, yes, I said 3. All beef. And add a huge amount of cheddar cheese to it. Let me tell you, it was good. No, I don't know what I'm going to have tonight. But I appreciate all the suggestions. I do appreciate all the suggestions. Maybe I'll reveal it in my morning show tomorrow. I'm planning to go live a little early tomorrow. I have an appointment at 8 o'clock. And I thought I was going to be working at Target tomorrow. But strangely, hey, I almost want to... Chris, are you still there? Huh. I wonder if he is. I have a question for somebody from Target, and I have a Target employee watching. I want to ask him a question. I think I have the whole week off, which is really strange to me. I think they hurried me in to get me training right after I signed up. It felt a little rushed, like all of a sudden I was working a full schedule like 2 days after signing on. But I think they make the schedule 2 weeks in advance, and I'm not scheduled this week, which I found a little surprising. And I hope I'm reading it right, but I'm pretty sure I am. I know how, I haven't worked a 9-to-5 job in a long time, but I know how to read a work schedule. And it says next Monday is my next shift. Seems odd. So anyway, the good news is that'll give me a little chance to go live a little bit more at my regularly scheduled time and just have some fun and kind of feel like I'm taking a vacation after the first week of work. They're sending me on vacation. I guess that's the way it works. Hello, Tracy from Indiana. Thank you for watching. I'm tuning off, Tracy from Indiana. But as always, I post the rebroadcast of these on the tube later on this evening, and I'm going to do that shortly. But I'm going to have one more sip of beer and say goodnight, at least for the moment. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank you for following my page. I want to thank you for liking my videos. I hope you enjoyed our time together today. I hope you maybe got inspired or entertained or chuckled a little bit somewhere along the line. And I hope you are doing really, really well. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Uh-oh. It's hard to do with gloves. I'm trying to turn you guys off. Oh, there it is. I was pushing the wrong button.